Tens of thousands of people once rode boxcars across the country looking for work. They left behind a code so other travelers could find them. Boxcars exist because of a problem nobody else really had back then. In the 1800s, most trains in Europe and America still ran on flatbeds. America's brutal northern winters were the exception. Railroads needed a way to keep freight out of the weather. The first boxcars were just wooden boxes, 15 to 20 feet long, with a single 6-foot door that swung open like a warehouse. It didn't take long to realize how little freight fit through a door that small. Railroads added double-sized swinging doors. Eventually, they went to sliding doors up to 16 feet wide. They didn't need that full width until forklifts came along and changed how loading worked. Wood turned out to be a dangerous material for something riding next to spinning metal wheels. Wheels throw sparks. Loose chains banging along the tracks threw off even more. Wooden boxcars caused a lot of fires. By the late 1800s, steel had replaced wood completely. By the 1960s, wooden boxcars were illegal outright. Boxcars were wrapped up in a real government scandal in the 1920s. Companies like Anheuser-Busch would lease a boxcar, paint their own logo on the side, and require the railroad to use that exact car for their freight. The railroad paid the leasing company for the equipment. The leasing company sent some of that money back to the shipper as a kickback. Small farmers and small manufacturers had no way to negotiate that same kind of deal. The Interstate Commerce Commission had been signed into law back in 1887. Grover Cleveland put it there over broader railroad rate complaints. That same agency eventually cracked down on the scheme through the 1920s and 1930s. I don't actually agree it should have been outlawed. I think the better fix would have been pointing out that the same opportunity was sitting there for the smaller guys too. Instead, they assumed the smaller guys were just jealous that the bigger companies could already afford it. Hobos and bums get mixed up a lot, but they were never the same thing. Hobos traveled from town to town looking for work. Bums just asked people for handouts and skipped the work part entirely. Hobos riding the rails marked boxcars with chalk or scratches in the paint. It was a code pointing other travelers towards safe houses, supplies, or other resources. Tens of thousands of people rode boxcars that way. I've jumped on a train once or twice myself as a bored teenager. Never for hundreds of miles looking for work like they did, though. You don't see hobos riding boxcars anymore, mainly because there just aren't many boxcars left to ride. Boxcars peaked in 1980 with an estimated 500,000 in use. Today, there are only about 100,000 left in the United States. Roughly 100 of them retire every week. Railroads lean on more specialized cars now. A lot of shipping shifted to trucks. Modern companies would rather keep inventory on demand than stock a full boxcar load at a time. I saw that at a welding shop I used to work at. It had a train depot built onto the back of the building so trains could drop off valves and pipe. Once we leased the spot, the railroad told us our volume wasn't high enough to justify using it.